Hello Helldivers, Thornton here, and it's been about 1 month since we had the FRV actually added into the game. We have a vehicle now, but the question is, are there going to be more coming? And the answer is, well, it looks like it, but what are we going to be getting? Is it going to be like the Helldivers 1 motorcycle, which would be absolutely awesome, or are there going to be more options? We're going to go over everything we know in the data mine files, but without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So with the recent update to Helldivers 2, we finally got a brand new stratagem, which is the Recon vehicle. I'm gonna be honest, as a Halo fanboy, this is one of the best things to come to the game. It may not always be 100%, on point, but man, is it really fun to drive around with you and your friends. It does have unlimited uses, and it basically showed that Arrowhead, with the old engine that they are using, are capable of putting vehicles into the game. There was a public service announcement I did want to make because I actually had the same issue. If you're playing on a PS5 controller, you might notice that the controls are a little, clunky, but if you actually go down to your options and accessibility and then you put auto reverse vehicles, change this to on, and reverse gear inverts throttle change to on, it becomes a whole lot easier to back up and drive around. Just a personal recommendation I have. You don't have to do it. Maybe you are used to the PS5 controller and how it works now, but this is something that benefited me greatly. But going back to that, now that we finally have a vehicle in the game, well, it looks like we're going to be getting a lot more in the near future, and not just regular driving vehicles, but the big one that I am the most excited for that I want to start off with is actually going to be the Bastion tank. Now, if you haven't followed Iron Sights on Twitter, highly recommend you do, because he did show us the Bastion tank render right here, and this is going to be a super Earth vehicle that has some quite strong firepower to it. They were also able to show us this in-game with the model, so you can see it right here. Overall, it's not a huge vehicle, not as big as you would think a tank is, but there was some gameplay actually uploaded by Experimental Division on YouTube, who was able to do the Bastion projectiles in game to show the firepower of it. If you haven't checked out his channel, highly recommend it. He has some good quality videos on there, but I'll go ahead and play the gameplay right here so you can see just how powerful this tank is when we get it. So obviously the tank seems absolutely fantastic. It might be a while before we get it, or might be sooner than we think, because, well, we've been getting wrecked by the automatons and their Barrier tanks. If you haven't run into these in game, they're an absolute nightmare to play against and very strong, so it would be nice though that we get some of our own firepower to go ahead and fight against them. Now, along with that, there are going to be some other vehicles that are just regular rudimentary ones. That Iron Sights went over is the Colony Rover. It is a super Earth vehicle and may be able to be driven by players. It has driving properties very similar to the Recon one we have right now. You can see the rover on certain missions already in the game, but it's destroyed. This is a vehicle from Helldivers 1. This would make sense as an escort mission. Maybe we do drive it and we have to get it to a certain location, or maybe we just have to defend it. But more vehicles, like I said, seem to be on the way. An APC. I'll go ahead and show some of the gameplay right here in the background, but this thing is a lot bigger than the current Recon one we have, and is definitely more going to be an offensive force. It is bulky, tanky, and also has a turret on the top. This one looks like a ton of fun, and personally, I think this is the one that I'm most excited to come into the game after the tank. And those are the three main new vehicles that we can be looking forward to now that we know that Arrowhead is completely capable of putting them into the game. Although there was a comment the other day asking about Thief Troopers, and it's been known for a very long time that we are going to be getting AI teammates as what looks to be a platoon stratagem when the platoon system is finally ready to roll out. I am going to go ahead and show you guys some gameplay of how the AI teammates kind of function in game, and you also get a look at some of the upcoming vehicles. I'll go ahead and play the gameplay clip right here.
Democracy at any cost.
红谷里边没干扰。快让我看看，哪儿呢哪儿呢？美国伞兵什么？还真他妈给呀！我操了，这是什么？还真是啊！ 前面有，前面有。
你妈这月球漫步呢，这鱼竿搁在这儿，哎呦还有拿机枪的，哎呦拿步枪的，
我就好奇这东西能打死队友，能打死自己的。
这是他为啥悬浮着走？这咋修音
可以呢，可以呢，我觉得还可以，打铜还可以。
哎呀，死了一个。
哎，两口就死了，太棒了。哎，打铜山可以啊，枪法挺好。别走，我来了。
哎，虫子，哎，坦克，快跑，快跑！先走！哎呀，
没进去，操！
傻逼吧，那么大一个你看不见，你不是傻逼谁傻逼？我操！
快动！
机枪换弹！
哎，你的美国让你死完了好像。啊，没有，还在奋斗。然后坦克冲过去撞死两个，还剩一个吧？活了一个。那一个在被群殴，哎，真的有时候叫。
So that's everything you guys need to know about more upcoming vehicles. Do let me know how you guys are enjoying the FRB Recon right now, and we'll go ahead and run some community clips of this week so you guys can see some of the Helldivers highlights. If you ever want to submit your own clips, throw them to me at Thorn Smash on Twitter, but without further ado, let's roll it.
Budget depleted. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent. Liberty has seen you through.
Calling down fortifications.
Deploying weapon emplacement.
Calling down fortifications.
Deploying weapon emplacement.
Requesting sentry.
Let me know down below, what vehicles would you most like to see come into the game in the very near future? Also, don't forget to check out this video right here where I cover more news on Helldivers 2 on the daily. Until next time, everyone, thanks for stopping by. Keep spreading democracy.